Hey everyone, so I wanted to go ahead and start my budget for the month of May let's go ahead and get started. I am going to set up my May just like I set up my April, so I'll go ahead and fast forward through this process, but I'm going to be creating the calendar for May, the budgeting calendar, my overall April budget. I guess I should do my weekly tracking sheet and then my sinking funds. So I'm going to be setting this up. I'm just going to speed through it and then I'll move on to actually doing my budget for May. I'll try to put a timestamp down below to when the actual May budget starts. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much done. This is what my layout looks like, exactly like it was last month. But dude, there's like 6 weeks, or okay, maybe not 6 weeks, but you get what I'm saying. It had to be like 6 lines on the calendar. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with my budget. So for pay 1, pay 2, that's what I estimate. I will be getting a slight increase in my pay, but I'm not exactly sure how. Sometimes it takes 1 or 2 checks to solidify what I will really be getting paid. So I expect this maybe to be a little higher, but I'm just gonna budget on the lower end. So let's go ahead and get started. For May, I anticipate mortgage is always $13.42. Never fails. $13.42. ADT is $49.99. My phone is $133.06. Internet's $29.99. My home warranty is $55, and I will keep that until I get rid of my debt and have my emergency fund. Spotify is $9.99. Gas, I don't know how much I want to put in gas. Probably I'll go ahead and just put 100, like always. And then what I'm planning to do with my cash envelopes or variable expenses that are necessities pretty much, except for maybe spending. But spending, sometimes I use it to buy necessities for myself. I was listening to this audiobook, and I mentioned it in another video, but we don't treat ourselves very well most of the time. We treat people that we care for a lot better, like our pets, for example. And it goes into how, when we get medications, we don't take them right, but when we're trying to give medications to other people, we follow more to the letter. And it's so amazing. We really don't treat ourselves very well sometimes. Anywho, utilities, for the variable expenses, I do plan on rolling them over month to month. Groceries, basically because I want to have a little bit there whenever I need to buy something in bulk. That's a necessity. I'm not talking about like buying in bulk shampoo. To be honest, for me, shampoo, I go through a bottle maybe like 1 every 8 months or so. Toothpaste, oh my goodness, a half tube of toothpaste lasted me like 6 months from my understanding or my calculations. Anywho, so where was I going? Oh yeah, I want to roll them over. Spending also because I have a very small spending budget, and I want to be able to have some money there in case I ever want to buy something of good quality value that I don't know what it is yet. But yeah, these I'll be rolling over. Hence why I included them in my sinking fund list over here. Gas, if it gets to be too much, then I'll just go ahead and roll over to my car maintenance fund. So yeah, so for gas 100, groceries I'll put aside 150, spending I'll go ahead and put aside 40. Utilities is always $90. Car insurance is $105. I had car expenses and car maintenance in one sinking fund for a long time, but I just decided to break it up because sometimes I feel like I have more money than I do for, like, example, car maintenance if something goes wrong. When in reality, part of that money is already set for insurance and registration. So I decided to break them up. Car registration, I'm putting away $22 a month. No, yeah, $22. Or is it? Or am I? I think so. Car maintenance, I'm putting away $50, or plan to at least. Medical and dental, I kind of really want to up medical and dental just because we're living in trying times, and I don't know. $20 maybe? $10? We'll do 20 for now. Clothing, 10. Gifts will be 40, and that includes birthdays and Christmases. Giving will be 40. Electronics, 10. Home maintenance will be 100. Subscriptions, here I include, for car maintenance, I also include AAA right there. So just know I do have that additional expense. For subscriptions, I include my YNAB subscription, which is what I use to handle or track everything I have in my bank accounts and all the transactions I have, just to make sure every cent is accounted for. Sometimes I'm really off. Sometimes it's a good thing because I have like $20 extra at the end of the month. But it's just nice to be able to rely on an app that can do the math for you, and you don't have to be going crazy about tracking down every cent. Sorry about that. My camera cut off because I didn't have any room. But yeah, so for for subscriptions, I include YNAB, and then I include Costco because I used my Costco money that I had set aside. I can't remember, to be honest, what I used it for. It's probably a big purchase. So I plan on setting aside 7 plus 15, 22 for subscriptions. Car, it's gonna be $298.66, I believe was my minimum payment. Let me double check. Don't remember. $298.66. It's $298.66. For my roof, I still have about $695 to pay off, and I kind of want to pay it off all at once. So I will have a little less towards savings, but I really want to get rid of this roof. If I get my stimulus bill, then of course I'll use that to get rid of the roof payment that I have, and then after that I'll just have my car loan, my one car loan, which I really want to get rid of as well. So taking into account all of this, we're gonna get my income, which is $37.16. Sorry about the glare. Okay, $37.16 minus my mortgage, alarm system, phone, internet is $29.99 minus the warranty and Spotify, minus gas, groceries, and spending, minus utilities, which is $90. Car insurance, I pay that every 6 months for the car insurance. And then car, medical and dental is $20, minus $10 for clothing, $40 for gifts, and $40 for giving. Electronics is $100. Oh no, $110. Home maintenance is $100. Subscriptions is $22. Car is $298.66. And to get rid of one whole loan and pay that off, it's going to be $695. So for savings and for getting ahead in my payments, I'm really trying to get 3 months ahead of all my expenses. So that also includes my goals here. Now, what that would translate to is if I get 3.5 months ahead, including my savings goals, what that would come down to is that I could actually extend that in case of an emergency to 6 months. Because of course, if there was an emergency and I needed to save as much money as I could, then I would not be paying into car registration, car maintenance, clothing, gifts, giving, electronics, home maintenance would have to be cut, subscriptions would have to be cut. So a lot of this is just saving for the future, and if it came down to it, I wouldn't have to meet any of these obligations immediately. So that would mean again that I could extend, and after all of these goals I have here, I also have $300 to $400 that I can extra, or that I can save or put towards debt, of course. So yeah, I could actually extend it, getting ahead 3.5 months to 6 months of bare bones budgeting. I will have a video of that up if it's not up already, but I already filmed it. So I hope you guys watch it. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great month. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.